chance to knock someone off. You only get so many chances. Go! You got so much to play for today. You got so much to play for. You got to leave it all out there. It's all about us. Let's go. Penn on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Little high, beautiful grab. What a catch. First down and more. Kelsar gets away from one. Quick throw back, and we're going to have ourselves a double pass as Connor Scott lines it up, has his man wide open.
From the edges, and he'll be brought down.
Al Bagnoli, maybe the best Ivy League coach ever.
Pops it, throws it back in the end zone.
Almost picked off, and then it is picked off.
Throws towards the back of the end zone. Caught for the touchdown.
Tradition is simply defined by Merriam-Webster as a way of thinking, behaving, or doing something that has been used by the people in a particular group or family for a long time. Distinguished as the first university in the United States, the thread of tradition is woven deeply through the University of Pennsylvania. From heyday or the words of the red and blue to a simple piece of toast, the everyday life of a Penn student embodies all that came before them. The same tradition extends to the brotherhood of Penn football. The champion spirit has been held up by countless student athletes from all walks of life, seen by millions of fans, and carried on by the hundreds of alumni that fostered their futures on the very same historic Franklin Field.
The ball is spotted. The kick is away. It's long enough. It's good. Penn wins. Penn wins. Penn wins the Ivy League title. Penn wins the Ivy League title.
Over the last 23 years, Franklin Field has seen more undefeated Ivy League seasons than any other school has in their entire history.
The Penn Quakers will go undefeated in 1993.
And played home to a team that has more outright Ivy League titles than any other school.
Penn Quakers are the 2010 Ivy League champions outright.
Through that 23-year span, one man has been responsible for creating that way of thinking, behaving, and doing one thing: winning. That is Al Bagnoli. Announced prior to the 2014 campaign, Bagnoli decided it would be his last season, the final chapter in a storied career. Hired in 1992, Al Bagnoli rewrote not only the Penn record books, but the record books of the Ivy League. Often referred to as the Ancient Eight, the past 23 years, Al Bagnoli essentially turned it into Penn football and the other 7. On 6 different occasions, Bagnoli ran through the Ivy League schedule without defeat, and for a stretch between 2001 and 2004, Penn never lost to an Ivy League opponent.
He is going down as one of the best Ivy League coaches ever, and statistically you could argue, if you look at the titles, maybe the best Ivy League coach ever.
Bagnoli led Penn to 9 outright Ivy League titles, another feat no other program has duplicated. The inevitable task followed of replacing such an icon. Penn will turn to Ray Priori in 2015, defensive coordinator for the past 17 seasons and associate head coach since 2006. Priori has been a part of 10 Ivy League titles for the Red and Blue. 2015 will be Priori's 29th season as a part of the Penn family. Many years of thinking and doing the Penn way. Having coached every defensive position in his time at Penn, Priori steered a Penn defensive unit which distinguished itself not only atop the Ivy League, but the entire FCS subdivision. "2014 was no different from years past, as again, Penn made headlines. 6 members of the Quaker family distinguished themselves with all Ivy honors. Senior wideout Spencer Kelsar played himself to one of the country's highest honors, first team All-Ivy.
He's got as much wiggle as anybody in the Ivy League.
Tucks it down the far right sideline, hauling it in, Spencer Kelsar.
In his final campaign at Penn, the New Jersey native saved his best season for last.
Down to the 30 against the right sideline, 20 to the 10, stiff arm to the 5, gets the pylon, it's a touchdown!
Kolsar led the country with over 8 receptions per game, including a new single-game Penn record, 16 grabs at Princeton. His season total of 82 catches ranked second most for a single season in school history. Kolsar finished 2014 with 884 receiving yards and 1,228 all-purpose yards, both third most in the Ivy League.
Kolsar towards left sideline, the 5 to the pylon, and Spencer Kolsar, his second reception for a touchdown today.
3 other seniors claimed second-team All-Ivy honors. Linebacker Dan Davis claimed All-Ivy honors for a 3rd consecutive year. Davis from Norman, Oklahoma, exhausted opponents' ideas of offense. He led Penn with 8.5 tackles for loss, forced 2 fumbles. In his final campaign, Davis totaled 53 tackles and 3 sacks. Tight end Ryan O'Malley garnered second-team All-Ivy status in his final season at Penn. The 6'7" senior from Summit, New Jersey, was a backbone of the perimeter of Penn's rushing attack.
Watch this block right here. Ryan O'Malley had a pancake block and a good one.
O'Malley proved to be a dual threat, hauling in 2 touchdowns.
Pops up, throws it back in the end zone.
That was nice.
Evan Jackson also played his way to a second-team All-Ivy honors, doing so for the 2nd consecutive season. His 79 tackles ranked him 4th in the Ivy League. Besides bringing down ball carriers, Jackson held his own in the secondary, notching 4 pass breakups, forcing as well as recovering a fumble.
Comes out and Quakers land on it. Evan Jackson makes the hit that jars the ball loose.
Junior Tyler Drake earned his first career All-Ivy accolade, being named honorable mention.
Under pressure from the edges, and he'll be brought down. Tyler Drake.
The defensive end from Plantation, Florida, led the Quakers with 6 sacks on the season. Drake equaled Davis's team-best 8.5 tackles for loss and 2 forced fumbles. With still a senior season to play, Drake tallied 58 tackles, second best for the Quaker defensive unit.
For a deep drop back to the 40, under pressure from behind, it's Tyler Drake.
Senior Connor Scott finished out his Penn career by again earning All-Ivy honors. His 51 receptions for 501 yards and 3 scores earned himself All-Ivy honorable mention.
Torgerson fires one across the middle. Catch is made. Connor Scott, touchdown Quakers.
In an astonishing feat of consistency, Scott finished his career by catching a pass in each of his final 28 games, ending a career with 151 grabs, good for 4th most all-time Penn history.
Looking long again for Scott. Touchdown.
One last time!
Ready to go? Let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's go to work. Let's go.
To send off a legend like Bagnoli in his final campaign, the Quakers faced their customary rival in the year's final week.
It's all about us! Let's go! Penn on 3! 1, 2, 3!
Playing for the Trustees Cup, senior Spencer Kolsar went out in style, hauling in 11 receptions for 187 yards and 3 touchdowns. Just a sophomore, quarterback Alec Torgerson threw for 331 yards while he added 86 on the ground, including a 4th touchdown.
1st and goal, inches away. Torgerson under center, diving towards the end zone. Torgerson is in for the Penn touchdown.
The 34-26 victory would be the 234th in Bagnoli's career, the most ever in school history.
Somborn takes the snap with 5 seconds. Steps up, unloads a wobbler to the right side of the field. That one is knocked down as time expires. Al Bagnoli in his final game as head coach of Penn gets a blue Gatorade bath from a couple of his players and will end his historic tenure as a winner.
In a fitting send-off, Penn raised one final piece of hardware.
He is actually now in possession of the Trustees Cup. He hands it off to Penn's 4 captains.
The page must now be turned, but the tradition remains.